Coming up on this episode of WJMH Reports, Trick or Treat is right around the corner. We'll let you know what time your community is participating.
And Marshall County Schools and John Marshall High School partnered with local community agencies to bring back a popular Halloween party. Stay tuned to find out the details.
Finally, we'll preview a charcuterie workshop held at the Strand Theater, where you can create a fall-themed board just in time for Thanksgiving festivities.
That and more now on WJMH Reports.
Welcome to this edition of WJMH Reports. I'm Ella Kennan.
And I'm Penelope Petrucci.
McDonald's recently held its Not So Scary Trunk or Treat event.
Here's WJMH reporter Holden Welch with our top story.
Many families came out to McDonald's and enjoyed the Trunk or Treat event. In the back row of the parking lot, employees parked their spooky decorated cars. Trunk or treaters walked through and stuffed their bags with candy. Creative organizer Ann Abley wants people to know this isn't McDonald's first community event and it won't be their last.
We did 2 last year and they were just really good for the community. It got them out, got them to interact with us and saw that we're not a corporate store, we're a franchise. We want to get to know our customers.
Even though there are many McDonald's around, it is important to the company that each is active in its community. Abley is excited for more events like this one in the future.
We're going to be doing the Easter Bunny. Hopefully, we're actually going to be in the Wheeling Christmas Parade, and we're going to have Ronald McDonald this year.
Other McDonald's in the Ohio Valley, including Elm Grove and Warwood, held Trunk or Treat events as well. Reporting from Moundsville McDonald's, I'm Holden Welch of WJMH Reports.
Thanks, Holden. Keep an eye on WJMH Reports for future events at your local McDonald's.
October could be considered the best month to be named National Book Month. Autumn is perfect for reading, weather outdoors, and indoors. Since October is right when it starts to get cooler outside, you don't have to worry about overheating or getting a sunburn. This means you can wear warm, comfy clothes while you read outside. Plenty of places outside are good to read at, such as on your porch, on a hill, or in your backyard. One of the best places outside to read is at the park. Not only are there benches to sit at comfortably, or nature surrounding the park during this season is beautiful too. The most common books to read are more cozy and heartwarming books. However, with Halloween almost here, thriller and horror books are also popular. No matter what you decide to read, it will help you in many ways. Join us next episode for the finale of this segment, when we'll go into depth why reading is so important.
This fall, Monarch Company is presenting the play Peter Pan and Wendy. The play will be colorful with plenty of actor movement to keep the crowd engaged. This story is about a boy who never wants to grow up and spends his time in Neverland. Monarch Company student Rosalind Wallace is excited to entertain younger and older generations.
It's also good for children because there have been adaptations of it, and it is a classic, so it is something that both parents and children would really enjoy.
The play will take place at John Marshall High School Center for Performing Arts on October 27th and October 28th at 7 p.m. and on the 29th at 2 p.m.
Trick or treat is one of the most popular Halloween activities. There are multiple trick or treat times around the Ohio Valley. Many of them take place on October 31st, including Bel-Air starting at 5:30 and going through 7 p.m., and Glendale, Moundsville, McMecken, and Shadyside starting at 6 and ending at 7:30 p.m. 5 of the top safety tips for Halloween include: every child should have a flashlight, make sure that you're always traveling in a pack, make sure that you are wearing clothing that isn't too loose to avoid tripping and falling, always stay on the lit up streets and do not cut through alleys or yards, and as always, watch your cars to prevent injury. If you're planning on participating and handing out candy, turn on your lights, and if not, make sure to keep your porch lights off. Have a safe and spooky Halloween.
On October 10th, the John Marshall High School and Moundsville Middle School strings programs had their fall concert. All the string students wore costumes and had festive music for the spooky season during the concert. It took place in John Marshall's auditorium and was free, though donations were appreciated. While this was a fun event, concerts aren't the only thing the students in the program look forward to. What they learn in class and the friends they meet is one of the biggest gifts the orchestra can offer. John Marshall violinist Jerica Collins has experienced how valuable and memorable being in the orchestra can be.
Being in the strings program, you learn how to be in a big group, in a small group, and learn how to adapt from a small group to a big group, working with different people, different sections of the orchestra.
The next concert for John Marshall will be Monarch Tidings on December 7th. Stay tuned with WJMH Reports for more information as the holiday season gets closer.
Coming up, the Marshall County Chamber of Commerce will be hosting its annual parade in mid-November.
Stay tuned as we go from Halloween scares to holiday joys, all on WJMH Reports.
You're watching a production of WJMH TV, a division of WJMH Media, connecting, entertaining, and informing. We are an entirely student-run broadcasting program based out of John Marshall High School. Along with Wheeling Symphony Orchestra and WTRF, WJMH Media has previously worked with John Marshall Sports, John Marshall and Marshall County Music Programs, Augusta Levy Learning Center, OVAC, West Liberty University, Ohio Valley Soapbox Derby, and Marshall County Chamber of Commerce. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at WJMH Media.
A monarch is fierce.
A monarch has pride.
A monarch is dedicated, determined,
and dominant.
A monarch isn't afraid of a challenge.
A monarch is strong-willed
and powerful.
A monarch is always ready for a battle.
A monarch is a leader.
A monarch's heart is fueled by fire.
A monarch demands attention.
A monarch is mighty in strength
and in spirit.
A monarch never backs down.
Whether on the field or in a classroom, a monarch always gives 100%.
Every time, no matter what.
Let's go Monarchs!
Monarchs! Marshall County Schools and John Marshall High School, in partnership with local community agencies, are having a Track-or-Treat Halloween party on Sunday, October 29th, 2023, from 5 p.m. until 6 p.m. at Monarch Stadium. There will be music, games, and treats, and it is free to attend and open to the public.
We've got more news now on WJMH Reports. I'm Ella Kennan.
And I'm Penelope Petrucci.
Not everything with Halloween has to be scary. WJMH reporter Lacey Triplett recently attended a fun and furry event that not only celebrated the holiday, but also helped a good cause.
The Road to Home Animal Project hosted a not-so-scary haunted trail where you can meet some of their rescue dogs and maybe even adopt one and go through a spooky trail. For years, the Road Home Animal Project has been helping to rescue and rehome dogs from Ohio, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania. It is a nonprofit organization with the goal of making sure every dog they come across has a loving and nurturing home. The board member and secretary of the project, Abby Bennett, enjoys being part of this organization to help animals in need.
Because we rescue animals in difficult situations, whether it be from shelters or homes that can no longer take care of them, or abuse situations, various things, and we help rehab them and work with them and find them their forever home.
From little puppies to bigger dogs, many dogs were at the event, some of which could be adopted. If attendees didn't want to adopt dogs, there was still plenty of dogs around to pet and play with. Bennett knows that not everyone can adopt a dog, but there's still ways people can help the rescues.
They can help donate, they can just share our posts on social media or tell people about us and tell people to adopt and don't shop. That's probably the biggest thing.
Along with dogs, they also had bouncy houses for children, a concession stand, and a haunted trail. Even with the theme not so scary, they managed to keep the haunted theme while still making it fun for the kids and adults. This event won't just leave you a puppy log. These dogs stole the participants' hearts. Reporting from Fairfield, St. Clairsville, I'm Lacey Triplett from WJMH Reports.
Thanks, Lacey. The event was completely free, however, donations were accepted. Even if you missed this event, you can donate to help these rescue dogs on their website at theroadhomeanimalproject.org. Again, that is theroadhomeanimalproject.org.
Marshall County Schools and John Marshall High School will be hosting a track-or-treat on October 29th. The event will take place at Monarch Stadium from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. It will include music, games, and treats and is free to attend and open to the public. Many JM students will be helping with the event, including teen teacher, student Brooke Sharp, who has learned a lot by
2
doing
years
this
working
event
with
in the
Track or Treat
past.
and teen teachers has really showed me that working for the kids in the community makes it fun for them to enjoy hanging out with their friends and getting candy.
Again, the event will be held on October 29th at Monarch Stadium from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
The Marshall County Chamber of Commerce is hosting its 53rd annual Christmas parade on November 18th. The parade starts at 2 p.m. and runs the length of Jefferson Avenue from 2nd Street to 10th and Moundsville. This year's theme will be The Sounds of Christmas Come to Moundsville, picked by McNinch kindergartner Allie Doty. Since her theme was the winning entry for this year's contest, Doty will win $100, her parents' choice to be in the parade, along with a pizza party for her class. Even though it's still early, the parade is a good way to start celebrating the holiday spirit and spend time with friends and family. To enter to have a float in the parade, you should complete an application which is available on the Marshall County Chamber of Commerce website. The entry fee is $20 and all floats must be Christmas decorated. Throwing candy will not be allowed for safety reasons. However, someone can walk alongside the curb to hand out the candy. The deadline to submit an application is November 10th. If you can't attend, WJMH Media will be presenting a live broadcast via our YouTube channel, WJMH Media, for an easy way to watch the parade while staying warm or if you live out of town.
Each year, the Chamber of Commerce hosts its annual dinner where we recognize people for accomplishments they've had personally or around the community. During the annual dinner, the Chamber of Commerce presented Susie Baker the 2023 Dr. David Ely Community Service Award. Baker knew from a young age that she needed to make a positive impact in the community.
Probably knew when I was 5 years old I was going to, I know that sounds silly, but I knew then I was going to have to make a change because it's a horrible feeling not to be prepared for school and not to be clean.
With hard work and determination, Susie has continued to change children's lives around Marshall County for over 23 years. This includes, but is not limited to, her work with Marshall County Schools' Back to School Fun Fair. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and coming up next, I will be sitting down with teen dating violence prevention advocate Carrie Hewitt to raise awareness and showcase how the YWCA helps the community.
Stay tuned for more here on WJMH Reports. We will return after this break.
The public is invited to use the track and field at Monarch Stadium from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. every Sunday. Monarch Stadium Community Night runs until October 30th. No pets are permitted.
Marshall County Schools is currently accepting applications for substitutes in the following categories: aide, bus driver, cook, custodian, secretary, and teacher. Get more details about the openings at mcsjobs.net. Interested? Apply at mcsjobs.net.
Welcome back to WJMH Reports. Since 1906, the YWCA has been helping those in need. According to their website, the YWCA is on a mission to eliminate racism, empower women, and promote peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all. Joining me now to discuss more about the YWCA and domestic violence prevention is teen dating violence prevention advocate Carrie Hewitt. What inspired you to start working to raise awareness for domestic violence?
Actually, Penelope, I grew up in domestic violence. So I know the importance of attending to youth, teenagers, whether they're middle school, high school, so that they know that what they're growing up in, though it's common to them or normal to them, it's not what should be.
Yeah, definitely. Why is raising domestic violence awareness so important in adolescent years?
Well, in adolescent years, it's very formative. If there's one of two ways that really it goes is in the normalization of becoming a victim or the perpetrator. And so it's really important so that they know the difference and know that help is out there and where they can find it.
What does the YWCA do to help women and those in need?
Well, they have the shelter, and actually the shelter is for women and their children. However, men are also victims of domestic violence, and we're aware of that. We do not discriminate. So for men who are experiencing domestic violence, what the YWCA does then, we work with some local hotels, and we can get them into the hotel and then provide them with the same services that we provide women.
Why is this organization important to you?
It's very important to me personally, on a very personal level. One of my children was in a domestic violence relationship for 6 years. And it was rather heartbreaking not being able to step in and take control of the situation. I'm a parent. So it's very important to me that everyone knows the YWCA is there. It's also important that they know that on average it'll take 7 to 9 times for a woman to leave before they actually end the relationship. And for the people who are trying to assist, it's very stressful, and it takes a lot of self-care to stand by and wait for them to be ready to leave for that final time.
How has working in the schools helped?
Working in the schools, we get into that prevention role so that, one, they know there's resources. 2, they can identify red flags in a relationship of what's healthy or unhealthy. And if they're curious, they're not sure if it's healthy or unhealthy, that gives them a resource, a person to go to say, is this right? Am I, because even myself, sometimes in a friendship or other relationship, I'm like, is this really healthy? And I have to ask other people sometimes and take a step back.
The YWCA is very impactful to the community. What can people do to support, and where can people donate?
Well, they can go to ywcawheeling.org to donate that way, or they can actually go to the YWCA or send them a check.
Thanks, Carrie. To learn more about the YWCA and how you can support, visit their website at ywcawheeling.org/donations. Again, that is ywcawheeling.org/donations. Coming up next, we'll take you to a fun local event where people traveled from around the region to gain knowledge about prehistoric times. Stay tuned. That and more is coming up next right here on WJMH Reports.
Rope pride is not just a saying.
It represents who we are.
A pack of lions is called a pride.
The leader of that pride, the alpha lion, is called the monarch.
Here at John Marshall, our way of life requires teamwork,
hard work, and determination.
We don't just have pride.
We are pride.
Our pride is made up of each and every one of you.
When we stick together as a family, we can't help but succeed.
And when we roll pride, there's no stopping us.
Roll pride! Marshall County Schools and John Marshall High School, in partnership with local community agencies, are having a track-or-treat Halloween party on Sunday, October 29th, 2023, from 5 p.m. until 6 p.m. at Monarch Stadium. There will be music, games, and treats, and it is free to attend and open to the public.
Welcome back. We've got more news now on WJMH Reports. I'm Ella Kennan.
And I'm Penelope Petrucci.
The Marshall County Caring Tree is a nonprofit organization that helps local children get Christmas gifts. Next month, they'll be hosting a quarter auction. The event will take place on Sunday, November 5th. Doors will open at noon, and the event starts at 1 p.m. It will take place at Glendale Fireman's Hall with food, fun, prizes to win. You must be 18 years or older to bid. To get a ticket, call 304-845-4330. Again, that is 304-845-4330.
WJMH reporter Ava McGuire recently attended the Grape Creek Mound Archaeology Day. She has more from Moundsville.
The Grave Creek Mound Archaeology Day was a fun way for the community to learn more about prehistorical times. The Grave Creek Mound Archaeology Complex is located on Jefferson Avenue in Moundsville. The mound includes a museum, an archaeology research center, and a national register of historical places. Along with everyday operations, special events at the complex include garden planting days in the spring, Fossil Day held in March and September, and the annual Archaeology Day held in October. Cultural Program Coordinator Andrea Keller enjoys archaeology because it is one way we can learn about people that have lived in the past.
It's an understanding about other people and also about what our own ancestors, what their lives might have been like.
Many attendees came from out of town, including Lucas and Scene, who traveled from Pittsburgh. They enjoyed working with the hand drill and also learned about physics. Most of all, they were excited to learn from knowledgeable instructors.
A lot of people who are able to who are like really passionate and really informative, as well as the archaeology, right? The archaeologist, the tour. The archaeology tour. The archaeology tour, which only happens like once a year, and that we were really happy to just luckily we were here during a day that they were showing it to the public, so we got to see some, just really incredible archaeology.
Other fun activities offered at the event were atlatl throwing, corn grinding, and finding artifacts in dirt. I'm WJMH reporter Avon McGuire reporting from the Grave Creek Mound.
Thanks, Avon. This event was a fun way for everyone involved to learn about the past.
On October 26th, the Highland Sports Complex will be holding its third annual Spooktacular. Admission is $5 per person, and if purchased before the 20th, and $10 after the 20th. There will be trick-or-treat, food, music, games, and a costume contest. The proceeds of this year's Spooktacular benefit United Way of the Upper Ohio Valley. Spooktacular will be a great family-friendly event for everyone in the community. To buy tickets, go to highlandsports.com. Again, that's highlandsports.com.
Table 3 and 4 is hosting a charcuterie workshop at the Strand Theater in Moundsville on Friday, November 3rd from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Table 3 and 4 is a shop that carefully creates snacks, charcuterie boards, and coffee. Opening in 2020, the shop has recently celebrated being open for 3 years and has brought something different to the community. During the workshop, you will learn how to create a fall-themed charcuterie board just in time for Thanksgiving. The workshop is free and there are up to 20 spots available. All supplies needed will be provided. Spots are filling up quickly, but you can go online to join the wait list. If you already have a spot but are no longer planning to attend, please send an email to artsandculture@cityofmoundsville.com to cancel, so the spot can open up for those on the wait list. Again, that is artsandculture@cityofmoundsville.com. Coming up next, we will find out which John Marshall CTE program works closely with local TV stations like WTRF.
Stay tuned, that and more coming up next on WJMH Reports.
A monarch is fierce.
A monarch has pride.
A monarch is dedicated, determined,
and dominant. A monarch isn't afraid of a challenge.
A monarch is strong-willed
and powerful.
A monarch is always ready for a battle.
A monarch is a leader.
A monarch's heart is fueled by fire.
A monarch demands attention.
A monarch is mighty in strength
and in spirit.
A monarch never backs down.
Whether on the field or in a classroom, a monarch always gives 100%.
Every time, no matter what.
Let's go Monarchs!
We've got more news now on WJMH Reports. I'm Ella Kennan.
And Penelope Petrucci.
For our third annual installment of CTE Programs of the Week, the broadcasting program is being put into the spotlight. WJMH Media and the classes surrounding it focus on how to operate camera equipment, editing, and more.
Here's WJMH reporter Alex Howard with more.
While in the broadcasting CTE, students will learn communication skills with the community, along with get to work with technical equipment in and outside of the classroom. The students who take the Broadcasting Completer course will start their junior year by taking radio and fundamentals of broadcasting while finishing in their senior year with WJMH Reports. However, there are classes students are offered before taking the Completer course, like video editing and digital photography. The students who take any of the broadcasting classes will have unique opportunities in the community. Broadcasting teacher Carly McElhaney is excited about the opportunities the program has picked up in the recent years.
In the past few years, we've picked up the OVAC basketball, wrestling, cheer events, football as well, and all of those air live on WTRF.com. So
there is something for everyone, and each student enjoys different aspects. While the outside events are fun and a great opportunity, students in broadcasting learn not only outside of the classroom, but also in. WJMH Media Junior Angelina Hart enjoys many of the positions offered in the studio.
I chose broadcasting as my CTE because I really enjoyed the on-screen and the behind-the-scenes working side of it, and I really liked that.
While working behind the scenes, the students will learn how to operate a camera, a TriCaster, and more that will further their education portfolio. Along with these technical skills, they will also learn valuable life skills that can be transferred to any profession.
Thanks, Alex. You can watch WJMH Media's morning announcements with the juniors or WJMH Reports with our seniors on your YouTube page. We also broadcast live events there like John Marshall High School football games and the upcoming Marshall County Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade.
Now let's take a look at This Week in Pictures, brought to you by the WJMH Photography class. Thanks again to Digital Photography for providing us with this week's pictures. This week's assignment was trees and overall nature. They're all stunning, and there are a variety of all trees, leaves, and flowers.
I hear that their next assignment, they're planning on mixing it up. Due to testing, next week's episode will be postponed again. Stay tuned November 1st for the 4th episode of WJMH Reports.
Thank you, our viewers, for watching WJMH Reports.
We would also like to thank WLUTV and Xfinity for airing WJMH Reports.
We'll be back November 1st with more stories from around the community, right here on WLUTV. For Penelope Petrucci and everyone here at WJMH Media, I'm Ella Kennan. Thanks for watching and have a great day.